Goddamn, and I'm so glad to be back on the camera. Hi guys, it's Mandy from MandyleePlays. It is Friday, so that means I'm going to do a gaming news wrap up. I have my trusty notes. Okay, so let's get started. A lot has happened this week, both good and bad. Mostly good, so that's a good thing. You know, I'm gonna start with the negatives first because, you know, you gotta start with the downers. So when you get to the positives, it's, you know, something to leave off on a positive note. Okay, so first up on the news block is why is Battlefield doing horrible in pre-sales? Now this is a very loaded topic, one that I don't really want to get into because it's just not my area of expertise, to be honest. But I do have my reasons as to maybe why the pre-orders are doing horrible. And one of my reasons is I don't like pre-ordering games unless it's a must-buy for me. And I know a lot of people don't like pre-ordering games unless it comes with this very good pre-order bonus. But let's be honest, most of them don't. So that's probably why the pre-orders are low. But people have been saying they're lower than the usual pre-order sales. And yeah, that is right. I don't have the exact numbers, but this is where it gets tricky because it could be, you know, due in part because of the whole SJW narrative kind of thing. I really don't want to get into that. If you guys don't know, Battlefield 5 has been getting a lot of pressure, and I did do a video about it, and I'll link it down below, about women being in the front lines and not like the historically accurate game people wanted from a Battlefield game. So needless to say, women's can be a little bit part of the problem with the pre-orders. And another big thing is EA's treatment towards its fans, which EA, what were they expecting? But honestly speaking, EA was pretty much like, if you like the game, buy it. If you don't like the game, don't buy it. And people took offense to that because that's not the kind of game they were wanting and that they were fans of. So they kind of feel disappointed with EA, especially with Battlefield. It has a certain fan base that really is into the games. So I can understand why they're upset. So there could be a number of reasons why sales are low for that game. So hopefully when the game comes out and people see it, they will change their mind. As for me, I'm not gonna get the game up until I know what it's about. And I'm not really a big fan of first-person shooters. So if I do pick up a first-person shooter, it's because of a good reason, and that's because I like it. Honestly, it's a very gray area of a topic. And next on the news block, we have Philip got into bigger trouble than I anticipated because in my last game wrap-up video, I just addressed that one game he plagiarized, which was Dead Cells, but it's come to light that he's plagiarized a bunch of stuff, a lot of things. And so yeah, his career as a journalist is pretty much gone. His career on YouTube is pretty much gone. I don't wish harm on the guy or his family. So hopefully he finds a job somewhere else and comes off the internet, because what he did was really scummy. Yeah, I think his career is ruined at this point. So yeah, he shouldn't be in journalism industry within a 10-foot pole, in my opinion. So no for that. Okay, now on to the good news. So I'm gonna butcher this name. I am so sorry. It can never stick into my head. I am like the queen of butchering stuff, but Shenmue 1 and 2 HD just got released for Steam, PlayStation 4, and Xbox. This is not a remaster. It's more of an HD port of the old Shenmue games for the Dreamcast, which is pretty impressive within itself that old games can be restored. But that being said, it is not a remaster, so it's not gonna run on modern graphics. And so far it's been getting good reviews. It sits at a 76 for critics at Metascore, and a 8.6 for user reviews, and on Steam it's receiving very positive reviews. Okay, so to be honest, I have never heard of the Shenmue franchise. It's for the Dreamcast. I'm kind of young, I guess. I'm 24, so I wasn't really into that, but I heard this game a lot of times from one of my favorite YouTubers called Dreamcast Guy, and he raves about it all the time. He loves that game to death, so I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to try it. From what I've been hearing, it's more of like a casual beat 'em up kind of game, kind of like Yakuza but more toned down. And I will link below Dreamcast Guy's review of the game, but I will warn you, he does kind of have a bias because he loves the series, and there's nothing wrong with that. I also loved Happy Consoles Gamer review on the series, so I'll link that one too. And now for the Switch and Nintendo, they're doing something really weird, which is Nintendo. They're implementing voice chat into their old NES and SNES games, and that is like, what? Why? That would have been a great feature if voice chat was available for their other games. And they're really, shoehorning that app in there. Hopefully the app is just for that, like for, the quirky stuff. And they're saving the real kit and caboodle for the actual system, because holy crap, they have a Switch console. They're relying so much on this app, and I don't really like that. I'm gonna leave it for a separate video because I have a lot to say about that. Okay, next on my news chopping block, we have the Switch, and it's recently getting a port of one of my favorite platforming games of this year, and that is a Hat in Time. Now, people have been asking me a lot, why are people upset about it? And that is basically because way back when a Hat in Time was getting ported to the consoles, and the PR department of A Hat in Time saying, it's never coming to the Switch. So I can see why people are mad, especially if they bought it for a different platform and now it's announced for the Switch. So unfortunately I have to double dip, but I do love A Hat in Time. So really it's up to you, but I hope it does great on the Switch. And next on the news chopping block, and in that same vein, the PC version of A Hat in Time is getting a DLC called, what is it called? It's called Seal the Deal, and oh my god, those little baby seals are adorable. Unfortunately, it is PC only for now, and yeah, that kind of bums me out because I have it on my PlayStation, so I'm like, ugh. And also the PC is getting a new co-op version with this other cute girl, and I love her look, I love her design. Make my hair a little presentable. I hate when I wash it, it becomes flat. It takes like a day to dry and become fluffy. So that wraps up my game wrap-up news for this Friday. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I am going to announce my giveaway winners. So 2 winners have been chosen for my giveaway, and my first winner is Jacqueline, and my second winner is Steven. I will contact you via Twitter or email, and you can let me know what platform do you want your $25 on, and I should be giving it to you by tomorrow because some you have to go buy in store. So I'll give it to you either later today or tomorrow, and I hope you buy a game you've been wanting to try, and thank you for your support, and yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Bye. So if you like this video, please give me a good like. And if you like my content and many more, please consider subscribing. I would appreciate it, and thank you. You can follow me on Twitter at MandyleePlays. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend and an awesome day, and play a good game. Bye.